Hello, hello. Wait, is it delayed? No, it's not. The mic is on, right? Yeah, it's on. Okay, sorry about the delay. Uh, I was having a lot of issues on my side with the chat and stuff. These are static. Sorry, this is the first time I stream on both Twitch and YouTube. Sorry, so I'm trying to see. I tested it before and I updated some stuff. So if there's anything that happens, sorry, I'll try to fix it for next time. A noise? Oh, that's my sorry, that's my AC. Sorry. That's the static noise. If you hear a static or like a fan sound, that's my AC. Because it's hot in my room. Like, really, really hot. Yeah, that's my, yeah. That's my fan. I mean, that's my AC. You're editing? You're eating Krsyrain? No, I'm not eating Krsyrain. Wait, is chat even up? No, I must have, where is it? It should be up. It should be appearing up, but it's not for some reason. That's so weird. Sapphire Sword, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Let's see. I want to try to see if I get the chat up. It was working the other day. I don't know what's going on now. Yeah, I don't know. It was working the other day. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's so today you showcase your... No, I don't have a Krsyrain body pillow. I do not. I don't know what happened to the chat. It worked literally the last time. But let's see. Maybe chat will appear now. Hold on. Maybe I gotta like unclick it and click it. Or maybe it's because I popped up chat. So just orange then? No, I don't have an orange one. No, it's not showing up now. I don't get it. Like, it's above everything. I don't know what's going on. I could, like, restart it, but I don't think that'll work. What if I duplicate it? Where's the duplicate? Sorry, my bad on both sides. I'm just trying to get the chat up. I don't know why it won't allow me to... Oh, copy. I can't duplicate. And then paste. Did it come up again? Okay. I don't think anything happened though. Fan brawls too. I see someone trying to do well, I couldn't. It's okay. It might be because YouTube chat is popped up. What if I close it? Will it show? What if I close both? That's why. Okay. Now I just can't see either or. So forgive me if I can't read all the messages. No ban Krsyrain, she's one of the few mermaids and one of the very few lyrical units. That does look like a theater, true. Can lower the background music? Sure. I will lower it down. I'll even lower. Let me see. Aisle mixer. Okay, there we go. Is that better? Hopefully it is. Hopefully, wait. Both of the chats are up. Hold on. Let me just. Let me remove this one. Thank you. No problem. No problem. Okay, now it's not showing up. I don't know what's going on. It was just showing up a second ago. Maybe that was on a Twitch side, but I am not 100% sure. No, it's not on the Twitch side. Okay. I am not sure what's going on with the chat. Hopefully it fixes itself, but today we're going to be building Krsyrain because it's okay. We're just going to start. So we're going to be building Krsyrain since they released the first. Since they released the lists for, the cards for set 1, we're going to be trying to cook up some Krsyrain. There's many different ways you can, like, build the list, but I wanted to build it with chat, and I wanted to, like, go over some cards that you can play as well, too. It's so weird. I don't know why it's not showing up. It just showed up like a second ago. Does she have a... I'm not sure. I haven't even read the her lore. What? Oh, removed. There we go. I don't know what happened to it. Like, it's just the chat is gone. I wonder if hold on. Will it pop up now? I don't think it'll pop up now. No. It didn't stop on Twitch. Okay, sorry guys about the chat, but I'll be able to see the YouTube side. If I don't hear anything on the Twitch side, please forgive me. And there's an ad. Lovely. Okay. Now I'm going to actually get started. Alright. Alright, let's actually get started. Let's get started. Alright. Enough playing around. So, Krsyrain's effect, basically her effect is, you can boss 1, once a turn. You perform the following based on how many, different named units on your board. And you can perform 2 of the following. No, you can perform 1 of the following. And you can perform 2 instead of 1 if you have 5 or more units with different names. So you could draw 1 and countercharge 1. You can choose 1 of your units. It gives it 15,000 power 10 in the turn. And this unit can get a critical. And our divine skill is on Vanguard Circle. At the end of battle, she attacks a greater or greater unit. You can return all of your regards to hand and call a card from your hand. And until the end of turn, you can increase or decrease that unit's power and critical to match hers. And you can only use the divine skill once per game. So basically, the whole entire purpose of the deck is to allow Krsyrain to get the different the different unit conditions, so you can proc all of her effects, which they're really good. So we're gonna have her in the Rye line. So there are like a couple of different options when it comes to okay. Well, there's a couple of different options how you can play Krsyrain. you can obviously play a new set with our Rye line, which I can actually go over since it's actually in the set and it's not too far from Krsyrain. So our grade 2 is when she's run upon by Krsyrain. You can reveal the top card of your deck and call it to Rigor Circle. And if it's a grade 3 or less normal unit, you can put it to your hand if it's not. So she and also her grade 1, basically, I'll add it to the Rye line. And here's our grade 1. So a grade 1 essentially does the same thing when it's rolled upon the grade 2. How expensive are we going here? We're just gonna build just like a sample list, and then we'll try different variations, right? We could try a budget list, a budget of $2,000. No, we could try a budget list, and then we could try like different other types of lists, right? Because we can make a sample list, so it doesn't matter about like what price it is. We can make like a super competitive one too, right? Like just play all the like strong cards and staples. So her the grade 1 is basically the same as a grade 2, but you only could call grade 2 or less normal unit. So we'll add her to the Rye line, and it doesn't matter like what grade 0 you have. So we can lose, but we have lose while looking. No, we're not trying to lose, okay? I don't think Krsyrain is that bad, honestly. Not until I play myself. So we have her Rye line. We're just gonna try this for now. Me with my deck. But that grade is pretty decent though. Okay. Alright, so since Krsyrain herself oh, it is all? Okay, cool. So since Krsyrain herself has the ability to energy charge, let's go over a couple of her support. So she got this triple R from set 3. Set 3, oh my god. Set 1. She's a grade 2 triple R. She has 2 effects, which is when this unit is placed on Rigor Circle. If you have grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Krsyrain is card name, you Counterblast 1, Energy Blast 3. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 unit from among them that is different from your Vanguard Circle and Rigor Circle. And call it to Rigor Circle or shuffle your deck. Then, when it attacks the Vanguard, if you have 4 or more units of different card names, she gets Sounds of Power to the end of battle. So basically, she's able to call Digiforce, yes. She's able to call a card from your deck. She's able to proc some other effects too if you call the right card from your deck. But essentially, she's a plus, but she uses a Counter Blast and Energy Blast 3, which you see that Krsyrain does struggle with Counter Blast, but we'll try to make a list that doesn't continuously use Counter Blast as much. But for the sample list, we will definitely want to play for this card, just because she allows you to get those normal units from your deck. Next, another card that was from the set that's added is R cycler for lyrical, Precia. So Precia is the grade 2, and pretty much almost all of the energy cyclers have this first ability, which is auto when this unit is put on Guardian Circle from hand or discarded from hand while riding from the ride deck. You Counterblast 1 or Energy Blast 3, you can draw a card. And our second effect is when this unit is placed on Rigor Circle, if you Persona roll this turn, you can Counterblast 1 or Energy Blast 3. Huh, okay. Choose one of your units until the end of turn. It gets power plus 5,000. And if you chose a rear guard, return that unit to the hand. Return that unit to hand from Rigor Circle at the end of that turn. So, this is just another way to like maintain your hand while riding. So you want to discard that many cards. So think of her as like Vaucheblanc. But at Krsyrain, since you get so much access energy, you can use the energy cost instead of the Counterblast cost. So we're just going to be playing at least 3 of her, in my opinion. Because playing 4 of Ines will allow you to actually like call her. Wait, place from hand? When this unit is placed. No. It's the Guardian Circle. Okay. So next, Then we have one of Krsyrain's like better supporting cards is Realm. So she has two abilities. Uh, on Rigor Circle during the battle, this unit boosts if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Krsyrain, this card name. It gets 5 as a power, so it's a 32k booster. Then, when this unit boosts a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Krsyrain, this card name. You have 4 more units with different card names. You get Energy Blast 3, and to the end of that battle, when your opponent will call cards without Sentinel 10 to guard circle, they must call 3 or more cards with different grades at the same time. So this pressures your opponent to commit either 3 cards or PG, right? So if they don't PG, they're committing 3 cards from hand or more. Oh, there must be of different grades too. So they can't call like a grade 0 and a grade 0 and a grade 1. They have to call 3 different grades. So grade 0, grade 2, and a grade 1. Or any of the other grades. Unless they have a blitz order. But this card is really good just because like she hits a number with Krsyrain. And also she forces your opponent to use multiple cards out of their hands since Krsyrain is getting a crit. So we're gonna play at least 3 of this since Inez can actually search her from her effect. And we have other Krsyrain cards, but I'm not sure if they're really that worth it. We have Winsme, so like she's a grade 3. When she attacks, you can counterboss 1. If you have Krsyrain as your Vanguard, she gets 15,000 power. She hits a really good number, but using a counterboss to get power doesn't seem worth it. So, like, we're not going to be like playing that in this deck. Just let me know if there's anything like wrong with the stream, like except the noise, because the noise is just my AC. Because it is hot in my room. So offer. Sorry. No. That was okay. I had a bot in my chat, so, and I forgot. For some reason, I can see Twitch chat like on here, but I can't see YouTube's. For some reason, it should have had both, but it's fine. So, continuing. So, okay. So what we have right now, we have like a solid start of our triple rares when it comes to that. When it comes to triple rares, and wait, this is a double rare, right? Yeah, double rare. So we have like our sort of win con, right? Like our win con, or like the idea of Krsyrain is to be able to like have these strong power lanes in order to make our opponent commit more cards, right? Our Ride line allows us to call cards for free or add cards to hand. And since we're building a board early without committing cards in hand, we're saving them. And then on our grade 3 turn, we get a bunch of energy. For all I've seen, Krsyrain is pretty CD heavy. It is pretty counterblast heavy. But in this sample list, we're going to try to mitigate that a little bit. And then we'll make other lists that doesn't have that much CB issues. But overall, the idea of Krsyrain is to like force your opponent to commit a lot of cards early and on her first grade 3 turn, if you're not going second, by the way. Then after that, by checking to make sure you're like, when your opponent drive checks, if they don't check any PGs or they don't hold on to certain cards and how they like guard in a specific way, you can pressure them to use it early, and you can time your divine skill. It is telegraphed, but if they only have 1 PG, they can only PG once for that turn. That's why Room is such a good card, to allow your opponent to like force more cards from the hand, so you can see what cards they have in hand, if it's a perfect guard or not. So, and then that fulfills the requirement for Krsyrain to add more cards to the board without needing to commit from hand. So other cards that other people might play. Can I do rarity? Hold on. Triple R. Okay. That other people might play is Block, which I understand. I will play Block in his deck too. So basically, when she's discarded for your right phase, you're able to Soul Blast 1 to draw a card. And then on your Persona Ride turn, you counterblast 1, your front row gets a passive 5k power, and you give the skill to the Vanguard. So multi-attack works really, really well. However, we won't be using the CB skill as often unless we have extra CB. We'll be using Block to maintain our early game hand. So if we have her $70, this is a sample list. This isn't the most expensive list, but this is a sample list. So, with that in mind, if you have any cards that's like Block or Block herself, it will be really nice to just have it in the deck. So you won't have to like hard discard pieces that you might want to save in your hand. Next, another triple R people might play. I'm not going to play in this list because I want to have an order-based deck for me. So, Strega is a triple R from set 4 of Lyrical. Essentially, if you play order the turn that she's placed, what she's placed other than from a unit card's ability, you could Soul Blast 1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and call a card to Rigor Circle. Or if it's a normal order, if it's a normal order, yeah. So it can't be a blitz order. You get add out order to hand or shuffle your deck. Then her second effect is when she's placed on that turn, if you're attacking a grade 3 or greater unit, you can Caraboss 1 and she gets 10,000 power 10 at a turn. So most decks might play this just for the 10,000 power and draw. Again, it makes Krsyrain a lot more counterblast heavy, or you would use it for the Soul Blast to call a card from your deck if you play the order that turn. So in this deck, in this sample list, I'm not going to play that. So we have 13 cards. So 13? Yeah, we have 13 cards in main deck. So we have at least 34 cards. So let me get like the PGs out of the way. So we will just not forget about it. I'll ask Sanctity 2 later, but I'm just going to put Perfect Arts right now so we don't forget. We do have a bunch of options we're saying in. Put a Solas onto. Yeah, we do. We'll make a very, very, very budget list for Krsyrain, but this is just a sample list. And just sort of me sort out my ideas on like how to build Krsyrain myself. Because I've only tested her like a couple of times, but I had set 2 support. I didn't really test her with set 1. So another card, if you are fortunate to have her, is Yuika. So Yuika, when another unit is placed in the same column as her, if your opponent's grade 3 or greater, you get 5,000 power. Oh, it's to the end of the turn. It's auto. Then at the end of the battle that she boosted, a boosted rigor, you can Soul Blast 1, it chooses that boosted unit and return the hand. So you call a card for NS, you call PG, Krsyrain. You could bounce the PG back or any other important cards that you would like to your hand. You can't call Krsyrain from that, but any cards that you call from like other abilities or just calling Yuika early, you're able to aggro early and just maintain your hand. Since Krsyrain doesn't use Soul, you're able to just use all of the Soul for Yuika other Soul Blast cards. So in this deck, I'll play her as a 3 of, for right now to have more space and options. But I would say if you do have Yuika, I would play her as a 4 of, just to have the consistency of bouncing cards back. Actually, I might do that. Just put her at 4 just for that. So we're at 21 cards in main deck. So next, I will honestly play this. So this Jewel Beast came out set 4 too. You only need a maximum of 2 because you're only going to proc 2 in the whole game. So her its effect is it's the same as in I don't know what set it came out in, but everyone has like a Jeweled Beast card. So when it's placed on Gari Circle or Rigor Circle, you can choose 2 cards from your Soul or Drop Zone that were from your Ride deck and put in your Ride deck face up. And if you do, you perform one of the following depending where it's placed. So if it's placed on rigor circle, you can choose a card with the same name as your Vanguard from your soul or drop zone and put it to your hand, or you can get 15,000 shield. So it being a 20k shield is really nice, but also getting another Persona ride is actually nice as well, because it allows Krsyrain to just keep maintaining hand as well. And since we also have Yuika in the deck, and Krsyrain can also bounce it back if you need it from her divine skill, you have another way to have more cards in hand and just more shield. I would actually play 2, just because like with NS filtering the deck and other cards that call from deck for free, you should be able to call it from. You should be able to prot this more often and be able to search it. Let me see if there's any more triple R's. No, not only grade 1. Oh, I should have said grade 2. Yeah. Oh wait, there is one. There is one. There is a grade 3. Krsyrain is just a lyrical power deck. Well, I mean, she's so generic and she doesn't have that much support, right? Like, except like Varga and I guess except Varga and except Varga, Zorga. Well, anything other than Raziel and actually, yeah, other than just Raziel, right? Like, because Raziel is really generic, and same for Krsyrain. But you can play her that way. I mean, you can build a deck that way. Now, another card you can play in the deck, which I might not play in this list, just because we already have Yuika. But this is another option for Yuika if you don't have Yuika. So, Ahito, she has 2 effects. This was from Festival Collection. So if your opponent dry checks a trigger, a trigger or damage check is revealed during this turn for your opponent. This unit gets tons of power, tons of shield, so she's shield. And at the end of battle that she was boosted, you can soul blast 1. You can choose a rigor in the same column as this unit, return to hand, or you choose one of your over triggers from your drop zone, remove it from game, and choose a card from your hand and call it to rigor circle. So you get an extra attack if you have a over trigger in your drop zone. Or why is it a $20 card? I mean, I don't really know, but I mean, you can play her as a 2 of. That's the thing. Like, this card is a lot more used in Lofa, and like, I guess, sorry, it's used in Lofa and is definitely used in why can't I think of her name? Pachoka. But it's another option for if you don't have Yuika, or nobody, like if Yuika is just more expensive, because she is like, I think Yuika is like $20 right now, but this one actually adds more shield than Yuika if you do trigger, and it actually add another multi-attack. Hi Zeem, hello, welcome to the stream. So in this deck, I won't actually add her just because we have Yuika, but if you do want to add her, actually, I might add her. Just because there are sometimes you might not get Yuika. So, I don't think there's any other... Oh, yeah. Ingrid. I was praising this enough, but let me just talk about her. Additional Soul Blast for 10k and add Divine Skill to your opponent. Yep, it is. It gets an extra 10k too. So, Ingrid is a set 1 card. And I was saying this for the longest time. Buy Ingrid's now. Because she has the abilities, when she's placed other than from hand, you counter charge 1. She's one of your other rear guards in the same column as this unit and stand it. And also, when she attacks, she gets 5 of power. It's in the end of battle. And she goes back to the bottom deck. I might be silly to run LV just because of the chance to CC, maybe 1 or 2. It depends how you use Krsyrain. Because if you do use LV, you get the power to LV, right? It just make Krsyrain like, if you have like a very strong booster that isn't like realm, well, you can use realm too. You can like awkwardly make your opponent take the hit, right? Unless they like guard Krsyrain and guard her so you won't get the counter charge. That's just better for you since you're not really wasting any resources for that. But Ingrid is special with Ines. You're able to call this from your deck. You're able to you counter charge too, right? another name for your Krsyrain. Then you're able to use Krsyrain to counterblast. She goes back to bottom of the deck, and you have cards that shuffle. And you have like Yuika and Inez in the same column. You bounce Inez back, call her back, call Ingrid. You keep doing the same thing over and over and over. And as well as just other cards like the Great 2 could call Ingrid from the top card of your deck too and countercharge before that. So I am going to play 3 in my deck. Let me check how many. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, we're good on that. So we saw some more room left of what cards we could play. Oh, I forgot about ladder. I don't know. Like, that's my issue when it comes to like which Regalis piece I want to play. Like, I mean, Shiranui is still strong, but this is also just a good card, right? You add cards to your soul, you give your Vanguard passive 5k power during your opponent's turn. But I don't know. I don't know if I could recommend ladder. Actually, yeah. I'll actually. Whoa, no. I know. Wait. Where is it? I think it is a triple R. It is an order. It's not a triple R? Like, what's Forbidal? Hello? I guess it's not a triple R. A top out, I know cost too. True. But I think 4 is better, right? If you have Forbidal Surrogate. So let me explain the skill. The cup is more consistent. You need Persona on turn 4 for the Divine skill. That too, but also you could just use Forbidal too. To get more grade 3s out. As well as if you have Eureka, you can just bounce back your Krsyrain. So Forbidal searches your deck up to 2 grade 3s or a grade 4 unit with a different name. With different card names from each other. You call them to Rigard Circle, and then you shuffle your deck. We don't play any grade 4s in this deck because, you know, we're not carry. But Forbidal could call your Ingrid, could call your Ahito, could call also Krsyrain too. If you have Yuiko or some card that bounces it back, right? The Cycler in the deck that we have. Gotta goes in. Thanks for hanging out, Ish. No problem. Forbidal is an option, but I would like Forbidal more just because you're able to search your Ingrids out to CC and have that pressure. I do understand Chalice, just to get your extra Persona rides, so your Divine skill turn can be more threatening. Also, your Cycler is more active, right? Yeah, your Cycler is active. Just because you're on a Persona ride turn. I'll put Chalice in. Basically, the Chalice allows you to Persona ride if you didn't ride a grade 3 that turn. Oh, it can't be on your first grade 3 turn either. It has to be on a turn where you didn't ride grade 3. So I will add Chalice in for now. We have like 5 cards left. You have 5 cards left. So pretty much what we have at the moment, we have cards that allow us to early game aggro. Yuika can bounce back cards. Ahito can bounce back cards. And for our counterblast issue, since we're using the Cycler card, Ingrid is also in the deck to countercharge. So lastly, there's 2 ways we could go. We could add more power and more draw. No, we can add more power, right? Or we can add more draw. But in this case, I think I want to have options for energy, as well as being able to draw in aggro. There's a good grade 1 that we got in the set. That's not a normal. That's not an order. I think it was this card, right? Yeah. This card. This card is really good because when it boosts, if you have 3 more units with different card names, you can Counterblast 1 to Energy Blast 2. You can draw a card, and this unit gets 5 of power to the end of battle. Hold on. Did something happen to the stream? No, it did not. If you're adding her, I will put... Yeah, I was just thinking about that too. We'll still refine the list. It's not complete yet. Now I'll just put like whatever triggers that we need. Rucius, Eileen, Willissa are really some considerations. Yeah, those are also nice considerations too. If you want to add those to the deck, thank you for the comment. I forgot I could just look at the Twitch messages when they appear. But yes, those are also good options too. Actually, we might actually add them. Then that card. So, hold on. Eileen's a double R. I would actually run them, but let me increase her to 4. Since we have the Persona ride, right? Then we can... I don't know if I want her in the deck. I'm gonna remove her for now. I think we're fine with Patricia being able to bounce cards back, right? Now Eileen, if I can find her. Okay. So Eileen was from set 2. Basically, when she boosts the rear guard, she's able to look at the top card of your deck. You're able to put it at the top or the bottom of the deck. You won't be able to prompt this multiple times, but if you have 2, it will work really well. I think Eileen's a good card. I think she should be played in the deck just because you're able to manipulate your opponents. Since you're able to like kind of condition your opponent to guard, you can make them even more scared to like block certain attacks if you leave cards at the top of your deck. So if you have like a PG, you can just leave it at the top of your deck. Your opponent thinks it's a trigger. They'll probably like overguard or something, or think that you left something at the over trigger. Use Realm's effect to, oh, you either PG or you guard with 3 or more cards from your hand to block it. So they're most likely will PG so that your next turn, right, they are 1 less PG short, and then all you did was just reveal PG or something from your hand. So I do agree with Eileen in the deck, as well as Rucius. I think she got... Hold on. She's a rare. We have a bunch of rares in Lyrical. Oh, here we go. So Rucius, we do have this as a promo out in shops right now. So if you don't have her at the moment, it's fine because her price is really low now. Basically, when she's placed on Rigor Circle, you choose one of your other units, and it gets tiles of power 10 in a turn. This just helps with power plays in the early game, or even like the late game. So give you your Krsyrain 10k power if you're going to be tunneling into her divine skill is really good as well. And since you do have Yuka in the deck or other cards that might bounce cards back to hand, like our Energy Cycler, you're able to just target Rucius and bounce back to hand after you Persona Ride. And then you have another turn of using the 10k skill. So we play her after 3 of it as well. Oh wait, we need to nega card. I'll probably that's the one Condor deck. I still want Ingrid in the deck because you have 2 Ace of Procuner, but I don't know. I might. And this has to be at a 3. This has to be at a 3. I could play Eileen as a 2 of, which I think will be fine. So we have our 34 cards. Now we could go to our trigger units. Okay. Now we go to our trigger units. What? Oh, those are rare. So, Krsyrain doesn't really need front triggers unless you want the more shield. Just because, you know, she's not like resanding herself, so the front row could get more power, or she's like doing an extra attack during her battle phase. It's after her battle, so we want more crits and we want more draw triggers. We won't talk about the over trigger yet. depending on your meta, like you can run either of the effect heals. This one gets extra 50k shield if if your opponent's Vanguard um it's attacked by uh, uh attacked by a unit that's critical increase other than from a trigger. And this one increases her shield by 15k if use attack more than once from that same unit, like it restood or restand, right? If it's a bounce and call or removed itself and call from another zone, that does not count. So you can play either one of them. However, I just like playing like the vanilla heal. It's just more consistent rather than just more crits. So the blue cray over OT. Maybe. I don't know. We'll get to the OT. We're almost done. We'll get to LT soon. For Krsyrain, I think you want 4 of the effect draws. So basically, if your opponent's grade 3 or greater, she gets 10 as a shield. So she's a 10k shield draw trigger. We'll probably play 4 of this just because your hand can be kind of low. Even though we do draw a bunch, there are times where we have to commit a bunch of cards to guard, just depending on the deck we're facing against. So you want more of those. And if you want or have the luxury to have these critical triggers, so this critical trigger goes to the soul after she boosted a unit, and you can choose one of your other units to give it 2k power, to the end of turn. This just adds more cards than soul. So if you have the luxury of playing this, I would play this just because we do have Yuika in the deck. Then, I think how many triggers? I think that was like 3, right? Yeah, so we have... Yeah, we'll play 3 more crits. And then we'll decide our OT. So the crit doesn't really matter. Wait, hold on. I usually play the ghost one because I like the ghost crit. But wait, I skipped it. Is it even from this set? Oh, here we go. Yeah, play 3 of this, then our over trigger. So we have a couple options for over triggers if I can find it. Okay. So we have the lyrical one, obviously. So when you drive check it, all your riggers get 10 of power to the end of fight. This is a okay, like this is just a neutral option, right? If you check your early game, you're pretty much set for just calling cards early and rushing your opponent because nobody's guarding that much power. It says Krsyrain does a drive check a lot. The opportunity you checking this is not very high. So when you check it like later in the game, not defensively, like offensively, it won't really do as much. However, since Krsyrain can put the 100 million on herself, you can also just trigger a divine skill at that moment, and the new unit will get 100 million and like whatever critical it has. So, you could play this card, and if they somehow survive, you have that passive 10k now. We also have the red over trigger. I'm not too sure about this in the deck. So you're able to choose one of your sorry, you ever choose one of your units, it gets 100 million. If it's a good or a draw check. Oh, it gets another ability, which is choose where your riggers to stand it. It's in the end of turn. At the end of battle that this unit attacked, you can stand this unit at the end of turn. If you did not choose a card, draw a card, choose a card from your hand, and call it a rigger circle. I'm not really a big fan of this in Krsyrain. I mean, you get more attacks, but I think what chat said about using the blue over trigger is probably optimal. So when you drive check this, you're able to choose a card for your drop zone to put it to your hand, and choose one of your units against 1 critical. So not only can Krsyrain get the 100 million user divine skill, but you give her an extra crit, and if your opponent does not like guard it, they're not only dead from the 2 crit and whatever criticals that you drove check that turn, they're dead from that too. So you do 3 damage in 1 instance. Plus you draw a card from your drop zone. So any cards that you need in your hand desperately, like a Persona Ride or like a Yuika, you can use that. so expensive. A knife critter that adds anything for drop is too good. Yeah, I've been. Remember when the over trigger came out? I said the blue OT is better. A lot of people said no, it's the red OT. Because I can sack and I can get another attack. End up being more expensive than the red one, so. But in this deck, since it is reprinted in this set, I would recommend you going for this critical trigger. I mean, this critical trigger, this over trigger. Then this is our list. So we just running the ride line for now. And we have 3 ingredients for the counter charge from Inez. And also from the ride line if you do hit her on grade 3 from this. We have Scissor Play, a Persona Ride variant. We have the Chalice in 4 of the Energy Cycler to be able to bounce cards back. So if you do end up calling like PGs or something from Inez, you're able to use her to bounce that back. Yuika is just a very good card to be able to bounce cards back that you called. Same as Rush's to be able to give more Rigard's power. Eileen is just a very solid booster. You don't need that many Eileen. If you want, you can like put Rush's to 2, make her to 3, or vice versa, depending on like how your playstyle is. 2 of the Jewel Beasts, just so that you're able to have more shield in the deck. Since this deck can draw quite a lot, but also able to recycle your Persona Rides back. Realm is just the deck's main way to pressure your opponent's hand a lot and to finish the game. And Vlasheblanc is to allow you to not discard important pieces in your hand before Krsyrain, and you're able to put her back in the deck to prevent deck out. If that has almost no early game unless you open Yuika. I mean, this is just a sample list. Your early game comes from your ride line. Like, they call cards from your deck unless you don't want to call, you add it to hand. So it's basically like you're always washing every time you use it. And yeah, this is just a sample list right now. We can make a more early game focus list and an order based list. There's like so many ways to make Krsyrain. It's not just one way. Let me. I cannot. You know what? Hold on. Krsyrain. We'll do sample. All right. That's just a sample list. That's pretty much. That's got so much flexibility. Exactly. The deck is like really flexible for what it can do. Just and how you build it as well. So, like, one person might not like a list, but you can always make your own other list. Let me copy and I want to save it on my Discord. I was interested. I think I like to see it as my own personal space. That's yep. Like, I like the idea of Ingrid, just because you're able to just call a free beater, and she's 18k, so she has numbers. Ever changing. True. That is true. Now we can make another list because we're not done yet. So that was just a sample list. Hold on. I don't know why I'm bugging out. Sorry. So we have first we could talk about Ryline options, because there's so many different ways for you to how about the Ballista deck with Krsyrain. So I was just going to talk about that because a lot of people are a fan of Ballista's line. I'm not, just because you put so many cards from your hand into your soul, or like depending on like how your hand is in the beginning. I don't want to sacrifice those pieces to draw a random card that's not better than what I put in my soul. So that's just me, but a lot of people are a fan of it. So we'll go over it. So not that one. There we go. You could try an Ori variant to take advantage of Strega. I already got my spice with that. We'll do that. We'll do it on the end. I want to make my list how I want to do it, but because I've been, ever since I got Strega, I've been finding ways to just slap her in different decks. I'm like, I'm addicted to this card. Anyway, we have Melissa's Grade 1. When she's rolled upon, you can choose a card from your hand, put it to your soul, search deck up to one gem card, reveal it, put it to your hand, shuffle your deck. The second part doesn't matter because you're not calling her anyway. So the whole idea of using like Willista, right? This is all. Oh, it's Grade 1. That's why. Hello. Oh, it's. Hold on. That's the Rye line. That's why. Let me type it in again. No. Willista. Okay. So basically, the whole idea is for you to take advantage of your Crossing Illuminaries, which came out in Festival Collection. So it has two abilities. So continuous. During this fight, this card is regarded as True Hearted Ruby and Everlasting Sapphire. Then if your Vanguard's Willista, you could put this into your soul, draw a card, choose where it Vanguards to the end of turn, it gets 5 of power. And if your opponent's grade 3 or greater, it gets the red text of Auto Vanguard Circle. When this unit attacks, Counterboss 1, Soul Boss 1, grade 3 with Willista in its card name. Choose one of your rear guards and stand it. You cannot play orders this turn. So basically, a lot of people like using this to be able to filter out your deck because you search a gem card and use grade 2 Willista. If I can find... here we go. I use grade 2 Willista. What she has, the effect is when you play a gem card this turn, you draw a card. Her second effect is on Guard Circle, for every 2 gem cards you drop on, she gets 5 shield. Nobody really uses that. Well, not yet, but I've never really seen it being used. Due to the promo boss. Oh, yeah. We're not... Oh, this ain't that stream yet. We're not talking about her yet. But basically using Crossy Illuminaries with Willista's line, you're able to like draw a lot of cards. So you're drawing one from the order, drawing one from Willista herself, and I think you're filtering one out of your deck. So you're like compressing your deck a lot and having a bunch of soul. So you can use stuff like, I don't know, any heavy soul blasting cards that you would like to play. A lot of people like playing Willis's Rye Krsyrain. Me personally, I'm not a fan of Willis's Rye line outside of her deck, other than for like heavy soul blast. Well, the only one that makes kind of sense in is Felty, just because you could cheat Felty into the soul. But me personally, I'm not a fan of Willis's line in like Krsyrain. Personally, just because I'm just not a fan of the line overall. It's a good line, don't get me wrong. It's just personally I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know how to spell her name. Wait, I have it right here. Hold on. AS. There we go. Next we have you could try Kyrie's line with Estasis. Basically, Nanami for the grade 1, when she's placed, you can choose a grade 1 or less card for a drop zone to call it a Rigor Circle as rest. So if you call something like a Yuika or an Eileen or any other grade 1 or 0, you're able to just call it to the Rigor Circle, so you're not losing anything, right? Then you can play Kyora, which she basically just allows you to, when she attacks, bounce any of your rear guards. It doesn't have to be normal units. You can return it to your hand, and when it's boosted on rear circle, it gets 5k power. The beauty of Kyrie's line, especially if you're doing like an order based engine like with Strega, is that you're able to call a bunch of cards early while not much hand. You're able to just bounce most of it back, right? Depending on what cards you have in your deck. So you could play Kyrie's line. What other line? I don't think I've seen other lines, right? Like, you can't play Kyoka's. You can't play Letitia's. You can... No, I don't... No, that's a meme. I will meme that, like, one other day. But, like, there's, like, 2 lines I had in mind that I would like to try. Hold on. So, Felty's line is interesting because of her grade 1 specifically. So her grade 1, when it's rode upon, you can Soul Blast 1, choose up to 1 card from your drop zone. Wait. Choose up to 1 ghost. Sorry, I don't know why it doesn't say ghost. Choose up to 1 ghost from your drop zone. And you can add it to hand. So if you discard... So if you're playing like a bunch of ghosts or running the ghost PG, you can just discard it, get it back. Or you just get it back for free for a Soul Blast 1. So think of us like Nanamis, but in like a different way. And... Grade 2 Felty, I don't know. Like, I'm not really a fan of it in Krsyrain, or just like the thought of it in Krsyrain, because you have to reveal a normal unit ghost from your hand. You place it at the top of your deck, and you can choose a card for your drop zone. I'm a ghost from your drop zone, put it to hand. So if you have a Ness in your hand, right, and you have Ingrid in your hand, you can essentially like stack Ingrid at the top of your deck, use a Ness, call Ingrid, and countercharge. Basically, I don't know what's the point of that. Like, you're not even drawing... Well, you're getting back a card from your drop zone. You're able to guard early. I guess you're plussing that sort of way. But that's just me, you know, being dumb. I love combining Nanami and Sia. Sia is also a good card at Krsyrain because you don't use your soul. You're able to call cards from your deck. Or add cards to hand, too. So, I am sorry on the Twitch side, but I did not see any comments. No, I don't want to add. Where's the extra Krsyrains at 0-0? What do you mean? I was not paying attention. I didn't change anything in the deck yet. I was discussing Rye lines, if you're still here. Sorry about that. That is the Twitch side. Okay, moving on from that. Don't experiment with Felty. No, I will suffer through that because I like to experiment with dumb stuff. I don't think there's any other line that you could try with Krsyrain other than them. Her Rye line. You can't really use Maryland's just because... I mean, you can use her grade 1 to clone a card, but the grade 2 won't proc? Yeah, the grade 2 won't proc at all, so you just have a vanilla grade 2. So, overall, like, there are options. There are other things I can think of to try, but it won't work because it's just not good. So let's go to our deck. So we could change our Rye line. So not my list, but an order based one. We could try Willistas. Let's go to Willista. Yeah, this is... Oop. Hold on. Oh, I gotta do it by grade. Okay. Well, we could try Willis's line. Just for the sake of this order-based one. What would be ideal top deck hits? What would be the ideal top deck hits with this deck? You mean with Krsyrain's line? With Krsyrain's line, probably any, like... Hold on. I need to look at her line again. Sorry. Let me confirm it. Let me go back. With Krsyrain's line, if it's a grade 3 or less normal unit. So, I would say, like, for any of these, if you hit a Yuika, is really good, just because you're able to bounce stuff back. Or, from the grade 2, if you hit a Krsyrain to bounce back, only if you have a Yuika. If not, I think, like a Ness or the Energy Cycler will work a lot. since you're able to like, well, the energy cycle you just have it on the board, but again, it only works with Yuika. I think it's really just Ines or Room, since you're able to just call it behind the Vanguard does have a 13k booster. No, it's not just the Vanguard. It's if you just have a Krsyrain Vanguard, right? Yeah. So this is a 13k booster. So any like, so Realm will be a good hit, as well as like Eileen. Any like supportive cards, right? Like Ines is also a good hit too, but she can't activate. Actually, I don't think she can activate it until you're on Krsyrain. Yeah. So you don't want to hit Ines early. You want to hit her specifically when you're on Krsyrain. But other than that, I think like if you hit PG, you're able to bounce it back. Realm is really good. Eileen's good. Yuika's good. PGs are good only if you have Yuika, like I said before. So, all right. So since I gotta let me remove. Actually, let's see what we can keep. We're gonna remove Ingrid, just because most of our deck will be CB less, CB less used. So we are going to. Why is it called that? We'll keep Chalice. We'll keep Vasheblanc. We could put Realm to 3 because we'll be drawing a lot more. Yuika could stay at 4. Ines could stay at 4. As long as we have the Chalice, she can stay at 4. Eileen will be moved to 2. Then we gotta add our order card. It's a great 1. There we go. Now, most people play 1. I like to be safe and play 2, but we'll just play 1 for now. And then we have... Oh, yeah, we can play Strega, right? My only issue with Strega, right, is that you only have... Oops. Like, 1 turn to really use her order effect, other than... Not an order, please. Other than, like, having a bunch of orders in your deck. So you use Strega on your turn 2, but if we want to play more orders, right, you can always play Sapphire or my favorite personal combination, which I think works really well. Like this combination of this grade 1 works really well, especially just for a Krsyrain, since you call cards, use the order and bounce it back, which you will see in a moment if I can find it. Yeah, so we could play her with Pretty Demon Cord. How many cards do we have left? We have 4. Okay, wait. And where's Pretty Demon Cord? Let me go to normal order. Oh, okay, there we go. Oop, nope, there we go. So, let me explain what Pretty Demon Cord does. So, Pretty Demon Cord is a grade 1. She, sorry, you really love that combo. It's so free. Like, I could just choose any card that I call and just bounce it back to hand. I know. But, like, what else order is you going to play? In this deck, yeah, you can play Sweet Cross Sweet. You're just going to run out of Counterblast. Like, there's other orders that are kind of free, but, like, they still cost something. This is just costless. You choose one of your rear guards, and, at the end of, you can choose one of them, and at the end of the turn, you return it back to your hand. And at the end of the turn, you can discard a card from your hand and return it back to your hand. With, and then, basically, she searches this card, and if you use an order, that turn, she gets 5 of power. But she also searches it from drop and from deck. It costs a counterblast, though, but once you have the order, you're able to just keep using it on a rear guard that you want to bounce back to your hand. If you have a card you don't want, you can just discard it and return it back. So, like, I love the combo because it's really free. So, like, even on your turn 2, if you have straight in your hand turn 2, you're able to just call cards from your deck. But on your later turns, you're able to use this card and Pretty Demon Cord. And essentially, cards you call from, well, if you was playing Krsyrain's Ride Line, you're able to just use the order on that card and bounce it back. Um, but if you also play Sweet Cross Sweet, you can also just call Strega from that order. You can use her effect. Since it's not from a unit's effect, which is really good. So, but also you're able to protect your rear guards, like your really important cards, like Ines and your Energy Cycler, right? If you Persona Ride, you can choose one of your rear guards, return to hand, use Pretty Demon Cord on her, return her back to hand, keep her safe, and you can use her Energy Blast 3 to guard and draw a card. So you basically just, you're washing, but you're not negging. So, again, like, this is just another option. There's probably something else I can do to improve the deck. Like, I don't know. Oh, well, obviously run Sanctitude in the deck, right? You really want to run Sanctitude, but that was just for the sample list. So that's like one deck variation you can do. Krsyrain. I guess order. This is like an order-based variation. Okay, sorry, just checking Twitch chat to make sure. I don't know why it doesn't really register for Twitch chat, so I'll save the code so I can post it later. Now, oops. From deck. Okay, cool. Now, we have this list for like an order-based one if you wanted to. I don't know what other styles would you like run it, because most people would just put the good stuff. Oh yeah, budget. Sorry, a budget list. Budget. How did I forget about that? So let's edit, right? So I'm assuming none of the stuff other than the Energy Cycler is going to be that expensive. Krsyrain is like pre-sale for like $3. That's not that expensive. And the only other two cards you need is like Inez and Realm, right? So, assuming, like, if we're going for the cheapest possible, right? For the cheapest possible, we're not running vanillas. No, we're not running vanillas. For like the cheapest line possible, you could probably just get Kyrie's, that works really well, or just her own from the set. We'll just get our own from the set, right? It makes more sense. It's in the set. Just get it from the set. We'll switch that. We will switch that, and I think we have her line. Yep. All right. Then, let me see. Okay, just making sure. So we're not running the Energy Cycler. We're not running any expensive cards. Like, sadly, even Eileen's expensive, right? We're not running this. We could keep that. Even the OT and stuff, that's going to be changed. We're not running this. No Yuika. This will be in the set. No Voix Blanc. No Strega. Alright, so. What can we actually do with a budget, right? With the cheapest cards possible. So, Krsyrain herself, she fuels energy, so we could get energy-based cards. To allow us to early game aggro, as well as to draw and convert what we don't have from those strong cards to hand, right? So, okay, sorry. So we have a couple options. What is this? Oh no, not that. So we have one option for if you do call cards early and you want to like return them back to hand, but you don't have a Yuika. We have two options, right? We have the Pretty Demon Core combo, which I'm still going to run in this deck because it is not expensive at all. We can play this as 4 of. Then we hold on. That's Soulboss 2. The other one is Counterblast. So we can also play this card. So, like I said before, she draws a card, but she's Counterblast to do so. But she Energy Blast is 2 to draw if you have different units, which you will have. Uh-oh. Wait. Okay, there we go. Sorry. The music actually ran out. I've been yapping for too much. Okay, so we have this card to draw. So I would like to play this in the deck, but I want to check something else. So for bouncing, we do have this card. We have a couple of cards that bounce. So when she attacks a Vanguard, you're able to Energy Blast 4. Choose one of your front row rear guards, and you're able to return the hand, and this unit gets 5 of power to the end of that battle. So she's a 50k attacker. Energy Blast 4 is hefty. However, like, you're running Inez in the deck. So if you're going first, you have 6 energy. Krsyrain energy charges 3, if I'm not mistaken. She energy charges 3. So you be at 9. You can Inez to use 3. Then you can use her. No, wait, if I can go back to it. Where did she go? You use her to Energy Blast 4 to bounce Inez back to hand. Or whatever's in your front row. It cannot be her. So you'll be at 2. And if you do play that other card I just said, you can mouse 1 again to Energy Blast 2 to draw a card. So you'll be at 0. And then your next turn you'll be at 3. And then you can use Krsyrain's effect to be at 6. Then if you don't use Inez, it still have her on the board, whatever. You can Energy Blast 4 to bounce something else again. So, especially since, well, if you're going second, this is a good going second card to aggro back against your opponent. Since you have 6 energy on your grade 2, you're able to call something to the front row, able to bounce it back. And she makes a nice number. Hitting 15k with an 8k booster, 23 against a grade 2 that doesn't have a defensive trigger is really good. Makes them commit a 50k shield. You can make even more power, you have more cards. So we could play at least 2 of her in the deck. Then we have a bunch of drawing options in Lyrical that isn't just triple rares, right? Let me just put... We go to double R. Let's see double R. We have... Oh! Yeah, we have plethora of combos. So, we can run Roseanne. So, Roseanne is when she attacks a grade 3 or greater, you're able to put a card from your hand to the soul. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Put a card from the top, from one of those 2, into your hand. And put it in the bottom deck. Is Melty cheaper? No. Sally Melty's not cheaper. Wait. Let me check for a sec. Like, she got reprinted, immediately got bought out. Like, it's a shame. Like, I got her when she was cheap. When she was like $5. She might be cheaper now, but I'm checking my checking my region's TCG player. Melty. Melty's also an option, but she uses Counterblast. I mean, I could show you guys. No. Melty's not cheaper. I'm sorry. She's not cheaper. So Roseanne can provide soul, and she can like pseudo draw a card, right? She's just washing, but she's providing a card to your hand. Still pricey. Yeah. Sadly. Just other double R's. So if you Persona Ride with Krsyrain, when you attack with this unit, you Counterblast 1 and choose 2 of your other regards to bounce it back to hand. And she gets 10k power. Thing is, she just costs Counterblast and a Persona Ride. Good card, but we won't be running it just because Counterblast. No. Oh, so like what Zeem said, we do have LV for a counter charge option, and also it's like a semi. Oh my god, I hate ads. Anyway, that's what I was saying. A good way to like pseudo like protect your rear guards. She just has to be targeted first. So during the front row rear guard circle, all your rear guards with different card names as this unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects. And when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you may countercharge one. So if this hits, you're able to countercharge one. I'm not sure if I'll play it in this list, but for the sake that I mean, Ingrid is pretty cheap, but for the sake of like, well, actually, I don't even think Elvie's cheap. Hold on. Sorry, give me a like 1 second. I need to see if Elvie's even cheap because I remember her being like bought for some reason. $5? LV. Why? This car was like pennies before. And people were buying at $5. Why? I guess her Krsyrain, but like, come on now. That's so much for CC on hit. Yeah, I would have recommended LV, but like not for $5. So we're gonna skip that. Eileen is unfortunately too pricey. Oh, we do have another way to wait. I think she's like $2. Oh my. I think she's more expensive. Hold on. Because I would recommend her. She's a really good card. So, first, let me check to see if it's not expensive. Oh, okay. Only an SP is. So, if you're playing orders, A-Sense, yeah. So you're playing orders. Basically, at the end of battle, she boosted. If you played an order this turn, you put her in the Soul counter charge one. Soul works with Strega. You works with the order strat. Yep. Soul and counter charge, really good. Especially if you're playing, well, in the list that we have, we are playing this. So you're able to essentially just get, I won't say a free counter charge because you're still negging yourself, but she converts into soul. So that's fine with me. That's all the double R's? I mean, I get, no, that's more power. The deck doesn't need more power. That's really it. So I guess you can play Roseanne if you want. I might play her just. Well, we don't have a soul option yet. So let's go to the rares, right? Let's go to the rares. So no. No. I know there's some rares I draw. Because right now I'm looking for draw. Because we don't have a lot of draw in our deck. Like, we can call the board. We can protect them. But we don't have enough drawing power. Which is... They only put the draw in the higher rarities. I mean, we had an Energy Blast 2 girl. But that costs a Counter Blast. So... I want to try to avoid using Counter Blast. Oh, she's CB1 on boost grade 1. You mean the Energy Blast 2? It's not 3, it's 2. But it's a CB though. That's my only issue. Like, you mean her? Like, we can play her, right? We can play her. I'll play her as a 3. Because we don't have any other cards that, like, draw. Besides, you can use it in the early game. True. We can play that. It's Energy Blast 2, though. But it costs a CB. That's my only issue. And LV would have been fine with that. But, $5 card. She's also an option, but, like, I'm trying to think. What could you do? No, you can't really do anything. So basically, after battle she attacked you, counterblast 1, put it to the bottom of your deck, you could draw a card. And you choose what your Earnest Curse to give it 5k power, but like, no. That's not it. This draw? Oh, wait. This one's a bit coped, though. That counter charges. I mean... Oh, wait. I'm dumb. Hold on. It's a trial deck card, though. It's not... Hold on. It's not a rare. It's... No, not a start deck card. It's a TD card. Where did it go? Yeah, I gotta forget Shia. Shia works really well. We have Soul in the deck, and you can call a card, and you can, well, pseudo add a card to hand because you're discard a card from your hand. But if it's a PG, you discard for the PG. So we run 3 of her. No, go back. I didn't mean to click that. My deck better be the same. Oh my god, no. It resetted all of it. It's fine. We'll get back to where we were. Minus Yuika. Minus this. Oh yeah, we'll have to minus that too. We'll change the triggers later. I have to redo the line again. Log in with Bushy Nav right there. Alright, let's get the grade 1. Okay, now let's do the main deck. So for that order, I don't really like that order. It could work if you have cards that call from deck. Like the line itself, it could probably facilitate to that, but using a minusing 1 in counter charge feels really bad. Because you're using an order to pay for it, you lose a card from your hand and you're not getting cards back. So I think we played this out of 3 of, I don't know what else we had in that deck. Oh, we had that grade 1. If I can find it. Yeah, her. We had her. We had Sia. That's what I was on. Bro, why is cost to see you, but Razel is free for playing the deck? I don't know. Lyrical tax. We gotta suffer, right? We're in main sets, but like we gotta suffer something. Besides, we'll get our restander, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Krsyrain is such a good deck." Oh, just took 1 card to do it when the deck was fine already, and we already have meta decks, so who cares? I think this is where we were, right? Yeah, we was at this. We was at this. Okay. Train of thought. I don't know what next part we was going for. Oh, we was at grade 1 rares. Right. And that's what I thought of. Her name. Dolph Sia. Like, I would love to play Anj Lama, but we don't have a way to call during battle phase. So, other than that 1 divine turn, but even so, she's forced to bounce. Wait. Those are rares. Rushus? Would a new player like to pay, like, $4? She's like $1, right? I don't know why she's still $1. She should still be cents, but like, I don't know. Like, what is it? Like, is under $2 budget though? Oh, there's only 1 listing. Never mind. Forget about that. Wait, that's hollow. That's foil. That's a promo. I don't know. I'm not a cleaner. Like, if someone has the extras, sure. But, like, I don't know. That doesn't seem right to me. Like, I want it to be, like, I know like the Krsyrain support cards are going to be like maybe on release it will be like $1, right? Like at max $1. Krsyrain will probably be like 3. I kind of want to build. Why is there so many ads? I want to kind of build like under 50, right? Everything else isn't too expensive. I'll change the triggers. But I don't want Russia's adding on to that just because it's a $3 card, right? For some stupid reason. We have slots for more cards. How many grade 2s do we have? I don't like. I would play Floor if we didn't have that grade 2, because she's able to call when she's placed from hand. You're able to reveal the top card of your deck. If it's not a grade 2, you call it an open rigor circle. If not, you have to put it to the bottom of your deck. So it's like you risking a +1 to the board, but it's a free +1. But if you have like low grade 2s or just her, you could just, you know, call a card to board. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank here. Let's make sure I haven't missed anything on nope, I didn't. Okay. Let me go back to double R's. Maybe there's something I forgot in the double R slot. Does she draw a card? I guess we can add 2 since this is literally the only way to search it, and you can like use this order to see it more. Gotta go now. Take care. No problem, Azim. Thanks for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. I'm drawing a blank of what to actually add here. Like the cards that were once like wait, hold on. I know. I'm. She's a double R. Where does she go? Yeah, we add 3 of her. Then we do have a grade 2 that draws. However, it's a pretty bad body. But it worked. Wait, where'd it go? I thought it was set 1. Oh, it's not double R. It's a rare, right? It is a rare, which I almost forgot about this card if I can find it. It's a common? Smiley out. What is that card? I suck. Let me put the actual name then. Albino. Oh, this card? Yeah, Krsyrain. I don't know. Like, it's AK Shield, but it's so late, right? And it's 15k attacker, but it's so late in the game. I don't know. I don't really like the card. I have a different idea though. There's all the comments, right? I forgot we get some pretty good comments. Not that. She's interesting, but no. She's from set 1. She did get a promo version, like an alt art. Ah, here we go. Her. So if you have 3 or more other units, other rear guards, will you play or you can boss 1 to draw? I know, but like, we really don't have any other draw options other than the cards we just added to the deck. This deck is going to lack a lot of power, which can be fixed with other cards. Because she becomes 15k. It can't stop getting ads, please. God. Anyway, it can be fixed just by playing other cards in the deck. But we're able to countercharge or draw a lot of cards. we're able to fill our board up, and we will be playing the lyrical OT since it'll be in the set anyway, right? It should be in the set. We draw with this, draw with her, use an order. There's a new common grade that gets 15k. It costs, yeah, for the power you can play it, but for actually one Krsyrain, and that's not that bad, honestly. I think we could play it. We could remove her and actually add her. All right, we only have 3 cards at UCB. Krsyrain herself, that new grade 3, and our draw, right? And is, but yeah, I should be fine. Especially since we have some counter charge in the deck. If I could find the card. Windsman, yeah. So wait, I minus a card. Oh, that's for the OT. We will go to the over trigger. And we will just put the lyrical one. It doesn't matter. And then we'll change these. No. It's just a 4. Well, what's... Actually, did we even get trigger reprints in this set? Hold on. Not over, though. No, we did not. So, what I'll do, I'll just add this start deck one. It's still the same philosophy. Remove a crit. We still want more draws in the deck. And then we want our crits. And then... yeah, this should be under 50. As long as Krsyrain doesn't get, like, super expensive. And her support is super expensive. There's probably other variations I just haven't tried, but let me put budget. There we go. We got a budget Krsyrain list. Most stuff is coming out of the set. I mean, we could play that one grade one, but like getting other stuff, the ones that are in the list that I've already used, they're really cheap, and it should help the deck be a lot more powerful than just purely just from the set. And okay, that's saved. Still better to Barrow, Eugene, Flagbearer, Gravidia. Gravidia got outdone by Fennel. I mean, I haven't seen Flagberg. He just like they just need new grade 3s. Gravidia, I don't know. She got her second grade 3, it's just not working. It's just not it. Now, since we did a sample, we did an order based list, and we did a budget list. Like I said, there's like a lot of ways to build Krsyrain. Okay, there's a lot of ways to build a deck. I want to try my variation. All right, my spice, you know, that I'm going to go 0-3 at locals with. I want to try my spice if I can. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I want to try my cooking, Zen's cooking for Krsyrain. So what we do first, we get Kyrie's line, right? And we... hold on. I need to go to grade 0. Does a grade 0 matter? Yes, it does matter. So we get Kyrie's line, right? We need all of them. Because we're going to need a soul. Then let's go to main deck. Let's... I'm taking out an assurance on the kitchen. Well, it's not going to be that awful. Just watch. Just watch. Just watch. Alright, so we put this at 4. No. Why is there so many bloody ads? Please, YouTube. Okay. So we take this out. Of course, we're going to add Sanctitude. We'll take Sia out. We lead us at 1. We put this at 2? No. What's at 3? Alright, so we already know what I'm going to be playing, right? We already know. The card I'm addicted to. Hello? Okay. The card I'm addicted to. We're playing Strega. Of course, woohoo. Who would have thought? Nah, we'll leave at 3. Then, thanks to Brawls' patronage to this channel's success, I'm actually able to play Yuika in my deck while spending an arm and a leg like I did for Strega. So we're playing 4 Strega, obviously. I'm at 4 Yuika. 4 Yuika. And we have 6 more cards. Yeah. We have 6 more cards, right? So I would love to play Ingrid, right? Hold on. Can I? Okay. Tripar. I'll go all the way down to 7. Right? We'll play 2 Ingrid just for more counter charge. Just because we need it and we get the extra power. Plus, if we... Oh, wait. I forgot. We need... Wait, that's so much counter blast. I was just going to add Sweet Cross Sweet, but I can't even do that. Because that costs so much counter blast. Like, 1... 2 of on the draw. 3 to search out the order, right? Like, I usually use Sweet Cross Sweet to, Sorry. I usually use Sweet Cross Sweet to be able to, like, do all my stuff. However, like... I think I'll be able to manage. I think I'll be able to manage. But we don't play 4, right? We play, like... 3 or 2? We'll try 3. No. Yeah, we'll try 3. Right? Because we have Sweet Cross Sweet. She can... it can call... Just gotta go. Gotta wait till July for the new Regalis piece. What's the new Regalis piece? I forgot. So Sweet Cross Sweet calls out Strega. NS could call anything else to allow me to counter charge. Call Ingrid and stuff. But also, she could call Krsyrain, bounce it back with Yuika. Oh, I need Soul. That's the last thing. Oh, yeah, that's what I was doing. Oh, wait. Will Zan be better? Oh, the Pot of Greed. That can counter charge, too. Yeah, I was the card. I forgot about that card. Like, I saw, I'm like, oh, whoa. It's not something I need. But, cool. Put it into the Soul. See, I would play that Herminia if it wasn't... I'll probably just use a draw card. The draw effect, but I need a Persona more in Herminia. So there's two things, right? I have the energy already. I'm not playing the energy cycler because I'm not buying that card right now. I'm not buying it right now. Unless it's like somehow 15 on release, which I highly doubt. Thanks, Japan. I'm not buying it. I'm skipping it. We actually use other energy cards in the deck too. Now I'm thinking about it, but we need Soul. But I'm not sure if I want Mion or Roseanne, because Roseanne $44. Nah, I already paid 20 for Strega. I'm not paying it for her, right? Because I was thinking of using Kinky to be able to keep repeatedly soul charging. However, the only way I'm able to bounce it back is with Yuika, or I call her in the main phase. So I might just do Roseanne. So I might not even need Mion, other than just to, like, I don't know, fearmonger. I mean, I should just put what's her face? Finno. I think Grade 0. Just to scare people. Oh, this is Tripar. Where's the bar? I think Roseanne is fine. I'll put 3. Let's check my grade 3s. That's fine. Plus, if I need to put Sweet Garcia, I'll put it in there. Krsyrain also draws. I can call cards from my deck. I have Realm. She's also 13k booster. Makes a number. Well, not a number. It's 26, 23. This makes a number. I'm able to bounce her back. Strega makes a number. I'm able to counter. I might put 4, honestly. I might take out a Sweet Cross Sweet and put another one. Well, I don't have 4 SPs, but I only have 3. So then let's change the triggers. Let's change the Oh, double R? No. Okay. OT, I'll be running blue because it makes the most sense to run that in this deck. And I already have blue. So let's remove the other triggers. I'm playing 4 that heal though. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that. Now, I have 2 of the ink crit cards. I need to get a playthrough of FR Roseanne. I do too. Like, I do use it too. I just wish it wasn't lots of grade 3. No, I don't want to stand. Oh yeah, I have 2 of this. So I'll play that. I'll play 4 of this. And wait, huh? And 4. Oh, I'm missing 1 more. Huh? I run 7. Oh, I run more draws than crits. That's fine. I mean, that's understandable. I will put another. It doesn't matter. Let me see. Oh, yeah, remove the OT. It put the blue one. Oh, no, I am missing another crit. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I play this as a 4 of. Because I have this in real life. And I do have this too. I have 1. Then I think that, wow. What do you mean? I only have 1 in real life. Don't sub. I only have 1, sir. I only bought, like, someone just gave me a crit at locals, which was that. I only have is 1. Other than that, I think this is what my testing list will probably be. 3 PGs. Oh my god, you're right. No, I don't want 3 PGs. I need 4. Why am I negging out? I guess Athena has to be negged. Thank you, because I was going to be missing a Sanctitude. I need to put Blitz order. It doesn't matter which one. And we have Sanctitude, Krsyrain. Oh, wait. I didn't put Krsyrain. I didn't put Krsyrain in the deck. Oh, my God. Now I have to change the whole list. I don't have any Krsyrains in the deck. So that's what that person meant. There's Krsyrains in the deck, sorry. Who needs a Krsyrain deck? Right, I just play one of it, right? I just play her. I don't ever Persona Ride. I don't ever Persona Ride. I just play Krsyrain itself, right? It's just all her. Grade 3. I can't believe I forgot Krsyrain. Alright. Now I gotta minus some cards. 1 soul, 2 soul, 3. I don't need that much soul though. I might just remove Roseanne. And it's 50. I don't like this at 2, but I don't have a choice. This is basically like a 3 of. As long as I don't hit this in damage. Waste of space. No, I need it, right? Again, another ad. Keep getting ruined by ads. Alright. So, this is... I think this is the list I'll settle with. Like, some things can be moved around. Like, I can move this to this and vice versa. I can add another Ingrid. But I think this will be my list for when I actually get the cards. So, I'll just call it Zen Spice. And I can't wait to like play it on locals and completely fail. Because I don't have, oh, you need an energy cycler, all that stuff. I'm not paying over like $200 for a play set of a card that I do not care about. Like, it's a good card, don't get me wrong. But like, I'm not spending that much. And yeah, I think, let me just check. Sorry to those on Twitch who are even watching Twitch. If you have made a comment, I probably have not seen it on chat, but I probably have. No one else. Okay, cool. Alright, so with that being said, nuking the nuking the front row. I mean they only retire front, right? Then Eureka plus the Pretty Demon Cord should work. It should work. It should be fine. But yeah, I think. Wait, hold on. I did update my Maryland list. And I just wanted to show it off. I got a lot of notifications. Where did it go? Where did the list go? Here we go. Alright, here we go. So before we end, I wanted to show my Maryland list I updated. So I've been trying to cook Maryland before set 1. Once I get the cards for set 1 though, it will be definitely better. So I finally got Mion. I finally got Kinkies. I just got the promo version instead because I like this one better. So the soul is really nice, just because I soul blast a lot in this deck. I soul blast for Eureka, Strega, and if I keep using Strega over and over, I'm going to run out of soul. So that's why I added Kinky as a 2 of. I replaced that other ghost, basically just doing this. Plus, I can use Eureka more because it's just free, right? So if I place her on that turn, I use Strega to call something else or to call her. I basically make Strega a costless call. Then if I bounce her instead of using Strega for Maryland, I get another card in my soul if I have another card in a drop. That's a stasis. Then I'm able to just use Yuka to bounce Strega back. So all of that is just for free. I think, I don't know if I added another one of this, but I did. What do you think of Fouetti? Fouetti in Maryland, other than the cost, I don't think it's really that worth it, because Fouetti has no early game, and she doesn't put anything for early game, especially of calling a grade 3. Like, the only other card to call a grade 3 is other than from the set, right? Her, hold on, I can actually go to deck log. Other than her new card is really good. So this card, I think it comes to the silver rare. No, it doesn't. It comes to silver rare. I'm getting a silver rare. But regardless, when she's returned from your hand, if you have a grade 3 or greater card with Maryland's card name, you kind of also want to draw a card, and when it attacks, you can soul blast 1, and she gets 5,000 power. Then if you soul blast a Maryland, she gets 15k power instead. So, this is the list is obviously pre, not the ride line. This list is pre DZ, and you get more attacks with Maryland, sure, I mean, with Furetti, but I think you hitting big numbers is already a lot of pressure. This is pissing me off with the ads. Anyway, Furetti, I think she works like pre DZ set 1, but once you get this card, I think you're just you don't really need the extra attack because you're going to be hitting absurd numbers with her. Like soul blasting Maryland and then just hitting like a gigantic number for like the last attack. Plus with Yuika, you're able to just bounce her back. Bounce it back again and draw another card. So it makes your so it makes your Counterblast more used, and it's a better option to using Strega because she hits better numbers. Like, well, the grade 3 hits better numbers if you Soul Blast of Maryland, but also it's just a grade 3. So you're not having to risk Strega being attacked or like losing value. But once I get her, I would definitely like this list is completely going to change once I get her. Once I get Respia? Yeah. Once I get her, the list is going to change because I'm going to use a lot more soul, and I won't be able to run the grade 3 and like Kinky while losing shield because I'm already running her. I'll probably just like remove Jennifer because Jennifer is a really good card just to be able to use my Sweet Cross Sweet that are in the drop zone to plus the board. Plus Sweet Cross Sweet with Strega, it's just like a costless +2. It's a Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Get Strega, get another card. Or you get Yuika, bounce her back to hand. Really good combo. But yeah, I mean, it would change. I gotta try some different things. I like Maryland a lot. Like, I honestly didn't think I would like the deck. I mean, her as a card or the deck that much. I haven't tried her Ryan line yet because I'm so addicted to like Kyrie's line with Strega and basically the order package because it's just like I'm able to play like old Bermuda Triangle. Like I can call cards early game, return them back to hand. It's safe and I plus. Like I don't lose any value. I'm not saying Maryland's line isn't bad. It's really good. I just haven't tested it yet, which I would definitely test. So, with that being said, I believe I hit my 2-hour mark. Yeah, I've been yapping for so long, but I appreciate everyone who decided to come to listen to me on Twitch and on YouTube. I would definitely try to fix the chat because it should be showing both, but it's not showing both. It's only showing Twitch for some reason. And I appreciate all of you guys being here. Next time, I don't know. I'll let you guys know, obviously before Friday, because I will be streaming on Friday as well. But there will be a video on Wednesday. Actually, I could show you a little sneak peek of what's going to be on Friday. No, on Wednesday. If I can zoom it up, there we go. It is going to be on my Kyrie second place list. So, if you guys are interested, make sure to tune in on Wednesday for that list. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.